brand marketing instruments. So, let me share a bit about myself. My name is Daria. I'm a brand and communication strategist. I'm builder of trust and Web3 love marks. And also, I'm the host and author of the Decentralized Voices podcast. And you can scan a QR code to learn more about the podcast. And also, I'm happy to have the people from all these amazing companies among the guests on my pod. So, let's talk about trust. We all like to say, don't trust, verify. However, our don't trust, verify industry already reached 80 billion in TVL, but total value lost because of scams, rag pulls, and many other not very good initiatives. And I really recommend you to check out the resource. Web3 is going just great because there are many cases that happen daily in our industry, and it impacts on the perception of the industry, and it doesn't help to build trust with people from outside of the Web3 industry and also for us, for builders. And many projects, they build really great projects with value for users and with value for markets, but sometimes they miss these trustworthy signals that can make their projects look suspicious. So today we're going to talk about how to avoid this and what kind of trustworthy symbols can we use. I asked more than 30 people, I guess, about their perception of trust in Web3, and there were like two groups of people. One group answered that it's about product, it's about security assets, transparency, and no intermediaries between Alice and Bob. But another one, a group, said that it's about brand, reputation, good UX, and sometimes number of followers. So I do believe that both these sides should work together, like in one organism. This is Joe. He's user of a DeFi application, and he wants to find like one more DeFi application, for example, to swap. And there is a product A and product B. And product A and product B, they have great tech and they have both solid security. However, product A has smooth UX, attractive UI, clear product message, and trustworthy founders. And product B doesn't have these trustworthy signals. So it's not surprise that Joe would use product A because he's a human and he wants to trust and he wants to check these trustworthy signals. And probably product A will earn more money because of more users and because of more trust from them. However, revenue is not the only one ROI of trust. There is also lower customer acquisition cost, higher user engagement, business longevity growth. So everything goes from trust, and we should do everything to gain it and build it for our users and for partners, community, and other people around. And yes, and one more slide. I want to share with you two pillars of psychology of trust, and to build trustworthy brand or to be a trustworthy person, you have to combine these two pillars, like competence and warmth. So first of all, you have to be intelligent, skilled, experienced, but at the same time you have to be friendly, ready to help, be creative, be good looking. So only in this combination it can work. So like hard skills and soft skills, and it works for both, for persons, for people and for brands. And I want to share with you 5 principles of building trust in a trustless world. And first one is tech awareness. So Web3 builders every day build a lot of products and technologies, and they have to teach their users or builders to build with their technologies, and people don't trust things they don't understand. It's clear message. I like the example of ZK Sync, how they did this LE5 explainer of zero knowledge proofs, and it went viral, and I'm sure some of you have this book, maybe played this game, because they created a game based on this book, and it was super successful because complex tech concept was explained in engaging way. Also Alchemy, they created this university, and they teach developers Solidity, JavaScript, and other languages, technologies, and it helps them to educate developers and to build brand awareness among Web3 builders. And Centrifuge. Centrifuge educates the existing and potential audience with their documentary, and they released the documentary on RWA tokenization, and it explains really great how it works. The second principle is clear product message, and we have to clarify what we build and for whom. And Web3 industry is well known of its buzzwords, because like all of you and me also, and people in the corridor use all this like redefining experience, frictionless token velocity, and blah, 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 blah. And it doesn't make any sense for users, and maybe just for our teams and not for every member of our team. So we have to clarify our message if we want to build for mass users. And to clarify this vision, we have to clarify this message, we must have product vision, and product vision can help build a narrative. Like, answer the question, what do you do and what's the benefit for your audience? Also values and mission, and they help to build storytelling and ask simple but sometimes very difficult question: what does humanity need this? Why does humanity need this idea? And also product market fit. There are many projects that lack product market fit, unfortunately, and that's the answer to the question: why do your customers must say yes, and how many people would use a product for its value without token incentives? I really like the example of Ledger, because they built this connection between Ledger brand and security. When you think about Ledger, you always think about security. Also, one more example, ZK Passport. ZK Passport is about privacy. It's like verification solution to verify your identity, ZK-based solution to verify your identity without giving up your privacy, and it's easy to understand. So the third principle is memorable visual identity, and good branding can make your project sexy. I'm sure you all know Uniswap brand. It's the most pinkish brand in the Web3 field, and when you think about like pink color or unicorns, you always think about Uniswap. They have consistent branding on different platforms and channels. But it's not the only one unicorn in Web3. There is one inch also, and they also have this like mascot and character in their logo and their branding, but they have completely different vibes, completely different communication styles, and it means that even if you have something in common with other brand, if you use your product strategy and communication strategy properly, it would work, and you will be different, you will look different. One more example is Rava. So they have this very like famous ghost, and it's a place to be in Web3, and probably many of you will dance at Rava on Wednesday, I guess. So they have consistent branding, and sometimes they change styles, colors and everything, but they have the same character, the same communication style, and you always can recognize Rava and Ronnie among others. However, design can kill can kill trust to your brand because of some mistakes. For example, many stock images trying to copy-paste branding of well-known projects, non-responsive design, overuse of 3D graphics, and many other mistakes can make your brand look and feel cheaper. So this means that you have to find a really good brand designer and brand strategist and people who are involved in your brand style to avoid these mistakes. So the first principle is trust can't be bought, and track record is more important than short-term hype. So I beg you, don't hype on promises and prove and deliver. And I'm sure you all know these cases when product is yapping about something on X or anywhere else, and then mainnet happens and doesn't work, or it works but in not the same condition they was expected. So this means that it's better to prove than explain why it doesn't work. And I do believe that transparency must be visible. So do regular updates, publish some news or development stages, meet your users and talk to them, and they will remember you and your project. Also use your product or services internally to test and identify the pain points and the main problems. This calls like dog fooding, I'm sure you know. So the example of long-term brand is Ethereum, obviously. It has more than 10 years of technology, it's cryptocurrency, and its global community of builders. And Ethereum is the reason why we are here today, and and we see and we have everything that happens. So Ethereum is a great example of this long-term consistency and and proof and deliver combination. And also Farcaster, I like to follow the co-founder, or maybe he's one founder of Farcaster, Dan Romero. He constantly shares updates about Farcaster and about development stages and everything. And it involves people in his project, and people know this project because of his active participation and promotion. And the fifth principle, reputation first. So number of followers is obviously important, but it's less important than engagement. So the Kaita platform reimagined online reputation, and I created this meme to highlight that being cool is not so popular now compared to being a smart follower. And sometimes people even try to bribe smart followers to follow their projects. It doesn't show the maturity of the industry, and it shows that some projects don't believe that they can gain trust in normal way, in normal communication. They want to pay for attention. So it says much about trust. And I want to share with you the screenshot from my Kaito profile. And as you see, I gained some followers and smart followers, but it doesn't mean that I have more trust now. I'm not sure. Maybe online, but in real world, it doesn't count our engagement with real people, with humans here, for example, in this audience. So I want to highlight with this slide that you can pay attention to online, obviously, but don't forget about your offline communication and how you treat others and how what kind of trustworthy signals you give. And obviously, X is crypto, Twitter, and Web3 industry stacked on X on one centralized exchange. So I recommend you to be more decentralized in your communication styles, and also forget about bots, because many projects buy bots, and it looks a bit miserable to see 100K or 300K accounts with 2-3 likes per post. So you should be very naive to think that all these people follow this project. So like I think that trustworthy can be gained in more ethical way, let's say. And also my recommendation to use team-led marketing. So if you're a founder, great, you can promote your project, but also please encourage your team to promote the project, because it can help not only like indirect promotion or explaining the value of your project, but also to build employer brand, because if you need to hire a lot of people, employer brand, like good employer brand, will help you to make it cheaper and faster. Also your personal brand. You have to understand what's the personal goal for building your brand, because many people try to build personal brand just because to be popular. No, it doesn't work. So if you have your project and you want to promote it, yes, you have your goal. If you want to find a job, for example, you have a goal to find a job and to build your personal brand. And many other personal goals can be like tailored to your name and your game. And you should go outside of crypto Twitter. You should go to podcasts, public talks, like personal meetups, hackathons, and avoid being in a company with people with doubtful reputation, because it can impact your future in a bad way. And actually being a nice and reliable person always works, so don't forget about this. So, to wrap up my presentation, I want to highlight these 5 principles, like market longevity, awareness of tech, clear product message, consistent branding, and public team members and founders. So, build your trust as a spider builds its web, and connect all these elements in one web. Yes, so you can build trust in a trustless world. Thank you for your attention, and let's connect on X. And you can scan a QR code of my podcast. Thank you very much, and I'm ready to answer to your questions. Yeah, please. Oh.
Hey, I am Nishal. Yeah. So actually, we are in Scribe, and we are doing the same thing. Like, you know, we started our project. It's a small startup, right? And Scribe. And whenever, you know, we post on Telegram, we have like a small community on Telegram and Discord. We get a lot of, you know, these bots, maybe not these, like you can get followers, pay money.
Yeah,
and
drop hunters.
Yeah. And we avoid that, right? Because we want, you know, the organic followers, basically users who want to use. But I think it's kind of very slow. Like, you know, like if you are doing this and it's taking a year for, you know, to get some followers, it's like end of the project also sometimes. So like, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so I understand you, and you have, for example, if you want to raise investments, probably you should show your investors some numbers or like to show the community that you grow fast. However, like these people will never use your project, or if they use it for airdrop, for example, then they will leave. So this means that you should find the audience, because like if you have product market fit, and if you see that like your project covers market's need or like some audiences need, this means like you should push that audience and try to build for them. Because like I don't understand why projects like try to be like close their eyes and believe in miracle that all this like 300K are their users, or like they are not their users. Let's be honest. Like half or even like more than half of that people, they are not their users, they're just bots, or maybe like many airdrop hunters, they like push these bots and create a lot of accounts that like act like users, and then nothing. So I think this like so if you have a product market fit and if you cover the need, you should push that audience. If you are trying to find this market fit, please find it. Yes, but I actually, like to be honest, I I'm waiting till that time when all this bubble of these airdrops and all these like bots and everything, when it will like boom and everything will finish. I'm waiting till this time, to be honest. And then projects will start building like normally, because in Web2, companies don't pay users, for example, that use their cars or buy their jackets. So we didn't get anything from like clothes brands to wear them. We buy. So I'm waiting that time.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.